Hi, I just want to describe for you a little bit of information about the Pivot Interactive's homework that you have to do for today in case you weren't able to make a meeting or you need more help. So here is the video, and here is the task. They ask you to change the ramp angle to 7 and the mass to mass A. So the ramp angle to 7. And then watching the video, we see that the dry ice puck is attached by a string. It's cut and it slides down the ramp, almost friction free. That's why they were using dry ice. And so then it goes ahead and describes a student, Kaylee, who watched the video, and she did some measurement, and she got 1.2 meters per second for the velocity. And so her statement, her contention, was that the dry ice puck slides down the ramp at a velocity of 1.2 meters per second. So hopefully you are comfortable measuring that and trying to see if you agree with it. And even more, if you got the same velocity she did, is that still an accurate argument that she's making? And so this question here, number 1, asks you whether or not you agree. And I didn't agree because, for one thing, it's sliding down the ramp, and so it's speeding up. Because if I slide down a ramp, I speed up, and a dry ice puck with no friction must speed up. And so describing that velocity for the whole trip as 1.2 meters per second seems like it's missing some information about the motion of that puck. And so I don't think it's going to be traveling at constant velocity. And that's what we studied in the first unit. But now, just saying that the velocity is 1.4 meters per second or 1.2 meters per second, it doesn't really describe the whole trip. And so I'm going to provide evidence of that, and I did, by making a table, a position time table, and then making a graph. And this should show evidence that the velocity is not 1.2 meters per second for the whole trip. Only sometimes it is. And I guess worksheet 1 would say that right in the middle of the trip, right in the middle time of the trip, that would be equal to the average velocity for the whole trip. But during the rest of the trip, the average velocity of 1.2 meters per second was not the velocity at those other times. And so that's sort of what I would argue here and say that, her statement is not, maybe not incorrect, but a little bit misleading and definitely not comprehensive. So thanks for watching.